the format was a little different, but G2 do look like something even more special this year.
All the pieces coming together at the right time with Leaf back in action for them and Ascent at stage and ground. As we said prior, a real benefit here for NRG to get to start on that defense half, but it's still going to be a full-on uphill struggle from beginning to end if they want to have a chance to stay in contention to lift that trophy.
If NRG are going to get it done, it's going to be with a dominant half right here. So G2, if they can win a pistol, will throw a wrench in the works instantly.
Sheriff's in the hands of these NRG players, looking towards the mid-angles. No smokes. So hides there in 10. Jorgen with a deep TP as well. He's going to be tucked. Tight to the corner, needs some help in the bailout. It is happening. There's still NRG. They swarm.
Really beautiful shots hit towards the end there from NRG, because that's an anti-strat coming out from G2. You TP into that spot, do a little bit of B pressure early, then go for the re-clear in mid. You're hoping to catch people walked out into spots. Som jiggling, catching a little bit of contact here. Ethan was holding back B site with a shorty, but now swaps over to the classic. Valen with it all to do, but he's been a monster.
He has been. Performance through the roof so far in playoffs.
Double holding this though.
Yeah, and
what a read.
It's the kind of discipline you'd expect from NRG, the way that they're playing. Look at it, didn't stand a chance. Double up like that. A pistol round is a fantastic beginning here for NRG. Signs of life immediately coming out with a great idea.
And you want to get things started early. You want the economy to start rolling. You want to be able to afford Mada, the operator. Take a look at some of these shots. I mean, those are lovely. Those are really beautiful from Som there. He's just won them the pistol round. Because G2, I think, anticipated what NRG were going for. Bonkar's happy about it. Yeah. They lost both pistols on Lotus. I think that's one of the reasons the score was so lopsided against them.
G2 poking around towards that B main angle. Dodging out some of the util, but now going to be sending it forwards themselves. The dart against the back, still that flash to try and push back. Brook is just there, doesn't want to give up too much of his body to the cause, but still now going to be drifted back in alongside Ethan. All of that damage chewing up the G2 players makes it a quick finish to round 2.
Look how nasty those thorns are. Scuba's thorns spilling out into the front of the B site, snarling up the whole of G2. And only one smoke bought into the round as well because it was an eco, so Broke with free pickings there at spawn. Very clean.
Enemy remaining. Spike.
I'm not even kidding.
Oh, no iron egg.
Mada still has his outlaw. 2 players vulnerable here, Jonah P and Valen. And pressure over towards A early on.
Dawns across the map, happen to augment most of this one here, but that paranoia is fast. Dart, clearance into Wine. Peace of mind, and they want to try and insert.
Yeah,
Leaf here.
A main defaulting is really powerful on Ascent. You just take this portion of the map on your attack side. They've even got the chamber trip there. That'll give them information if G2 do go for some kind of re-clear. And now they leave. Som perfectly content to hold this smoke with the judge. He might make a play to throw down another smoke and break that trip. He certainly knows it's there.
Move a lot of the info to knife timing, slightly off. Doesn't actually tag onto any of the G2 players.
But it does clear A main.
So it does give them that knowledge. NRG still holding it down. Not to be baited out by the clone. Looks like pressure over towards that cat area. Still a flash into the face. Mada this time wants to square up. Take the challenge as a test. He's going to be facing, especially these players are slowly, steadily grouping up in front of him. It comes down to reaction times. Just a quick turn and a twist. He's just trying to avoid most of that. Aya coming his way alongside the flash, and the pathing is unique. G2 trying to take this one in a very unorthodox direction. Straight up through onto heaven now. They've laid claim to most of this space, and a watchful eye on every single avenue and option that NRG could be hiding in. Got to be aware that they don't have control of A main. So Som's lying in wait, but with just the judge and a sidearm to work with. Not much of a threat unless they walk into him.
He smoked off the trip, so they thought it was clear.
Perfectly playing outside of that timing, even picking up a gun as well with that TP, so could be a threat.
Damage is also important here.
On this spot. Deep smoke as well, gives him access to one of the angles. He's just poking, prodding, hoping that the bullets land. Guesswork at best, but now time's starting to tick away, and Scuba was really never making a play towards it anyway. Someone's going to just take his prize and walk away.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that they're not trying to prod G2 a little more heavily and do damage to the economy. But maybe just not wanting to get up to some of these big ultimates.
It's quite close. Still Som. His bullet straight through the wall onto the dome.
I demand.
Scuba, though, saves his Vandal. And they don't allow Jorgamo to get up to that big ult. Valent's really good at calling on the attack side. Look at this pathing, putting a ton of pressure. The smoke is nice, and then up towards Broad, catching him in the back, making it very difficult for NRG to play that one with the lighter weapons, despite the best efforts of Som. But G2 also have some big ults that they can call around with this composition too. When Leaf has his ult online, they like to escort the chamber around the map, but, you know, you've also got Jorgamo's ultimate, Jonah P's ultimate that you can craft entire attack strategies with.
Really speed up some rounds. Doesn't have to be all slow going with a double sentinel. Jonah P is just happy to take a lot of this space. The wall not being pushed back at all. Trent with the deep drone now in through mid is going to be spotting out where the wall is on the opposite side of things. So the clone steadily removing each piece of util.
In an ideal world, you do want to break Jorg's clone before he can trigger that Vice wall.
Watching a repeat potentially there. Ethan getting antsy, looking for action.
And Mana's just been posted with his op in A main this whole round. He's really confident that they're going to be going back into him. Looks like he does have somewhat of the right read.
Yeah. Bringing towards the top here, but a flash through. The dart rebounds. Som has that paranoia though, saved in the back pocket. Pushes them back once more. Blind as anything but hopping straight past. Mana's just missing these shots, and it's critical again. You're going to run the same strat straight back. Mana to bullet straight to the chest there again, and Ethan looks to see if he can seal this one up. There's cracks in the defense once more, and the approach is coming from multiple directions, but stunted, stopped. Mana still. He's going to be isolated, left alone here, and there's too much to really overcome. Oh, barely missed the shot. G2's coordination is too damn good. All peeking this one together. Bleeding out this NRG squad, who are drifting back in for a taste of the action. Scuba wants to make a go again, could catch that timing. Trent drops down and he hears the footsteps, bullets flying. Trent doesn't offer up his body, straight into the smoke, and the dart is dealt with, but shot missed again. Leaf. That was a chance potentially to stop this one down. NRG have to jump on it, they have to take it, waiting for the util to fade. Flash doesn't see anything. And ingrained positions here by G2. Good luck uprooting them. They're not giving you anything to work with whatsoever. Trent is just drifting in and out of the sight lines.
Another round with really nice pathing from G2, copying roughly what they did on their anti-bonus round. Pressure over towards tree and A main, and then they go up through grass. They've really identified that as a weakness for NRG. Ethan tried to plug the gap, but only got one, and Mata, he missed a couple of really important shots on Lotus as well with the op. And here, I think if he hits that one and is able to readjust player's position at Jenny, they might be all right.
Someone said Cuba. Get him out of there.
I mean, surely that is not how you're supposed to use a stress device as well. You're supposed to do it when you're losing. You're not supposed to beat the crap out of it while you're winning.
Just cruel.
Yeah.
Schoolyard bullies.
And this after Kaplan kneecapped him yesterday as well.
I know, he's had a rough time.
Breaking his legs in the Red Bull cabinet.
Shots back and forth on either side here. Mata does take out Jorgamo.
Yeah, and that's a big one.
He pays for it with his life.
A little bit of redemption after the missed op shot in the previous.
Still damage being done here. Drone, not quite broken. And a flash and a peek of their own. Potential chance there for Scuba, maybe, to capitalize. Give his team an advantage, but slow going is going to be the call for most of these rounds by G2, unless they have the ults to speed up.
Both players in the back of the B site here have sheriffs.
The head peeking up, looking for that info. Gets it, seeing if he can look to put the hurt on it, and it's been applied in terms of that pressure. The heat turned up onto this site anchor. Scuba from this spot have to really see if he can land most of those shots, but again, the swings and the timings all taken together. G2, they don't miss a beat.
No, it's a great trade. Putting a lot of pressure on the NRG players that are anchoring a B and winning long-range engagements against them. This is a really rough beginning here for NRG. They love a bit of magic.
Struggling to hold a candle. G2 are also trying to get active. They know when this take is starting to come through, and yeah, just when they're in the process of re-clearing, they take the timing perfectly in the midst of all of that.
They've just got almost every ultimate here to work with in the next huge critical rifle round. You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to start an attack snowball going, G2.
Yeah.
And on Ascent, one of our most defense-sided maps, especially with these two teams going up against each other. You've got double Sentinel for G2 playing against NRG, our best defense team. You're expecting it to go heavily in the side of the defenders. That has not been the game here yet. I love the way that they combo all of these like flash recon plays, just putting pressure on people and taking map control piece by piece.
There's no missing elements here. Money in the hands of NRG.
Obvi up in mid.
Converted into guns. Got to start getting something done with this one, Matter. Knows the angle, so tight to the timing. Flash into your face as well, that's going to be avoided. Now look at the post his way back up, but there's many angles to account for. Smoke in your face, you're going to have to give that one up. Quick reposition now, but he could still find some action.
Both teams doing a decent job at pushing people away in mid.
They're really diligent. Bated breath going to be holding this one down, and Ethan looking like he might want to get more active again, calling for close hold.
Madder's got to think. They could be posted on this.
They're just holding forward again in different directions. Anti-flash for the one. Off angle on the other.
Does Trent see a tip of a barrel here if Madder goes slightly deeper?
Maybe not. Just holding for the reaction. G2 are moving over there. That's a shot to the dome. Madder barely alive. Ult's now going to be offloaded as a steel guard, and Ethan is very much alone and isolated. Gonna try and hold this one back. That's Fury from Brock. That's across the map. Tries to supplement and reinforce most of this hit coming through, but Madder with an updraft, just barely escaping. Dodging and juking, but that Hunter's Fury doing a ton of damage in the process. These NRG players are now feeling the hurt. The boiling point being reached onto this site, and it's all about whether you can weather the storm. Madder, again, there's just too much to account for. These G2 players can't be stopped. Domination throughout the whole series, and domination here in the round.
A slow siege works so perfectly, and the value from every piece of util is marvelous. The spam as well, chunks down Brock before he can even get involved in this. It's a disadvantaged retake to start with.
They've got to make a good go of it because, listen, everything's invested into this. Squaring up, damage under Brock, and he's going to be dishing it out either way here. Valen is low as anything. The flash and the peak is good. NRG starting to find their way back in. Dropping down, it's Scuba with an absolutely insane play, but Trent, sharp, magnetic, straight onto the dome! And he dashes your hopes and dreams downwind.
These last two have just been Trent to a T. He's coming out with magic here on Ascent. Beautiful stuff. The shock dart to put pressure onto Ethan and a 1v2 clutch. Looks like what Trent was doing all throughout the beginning of the year.
That's the goal! That's f***ing goal!
If he's hitting that form coming into champs, then G2 might have a chance at a trophy on the big stage that's eluded them. They are, of course, on for the 3-peat in Americas, utterly dominant here in their region. But they fell at the finish line of Bangkok. 3 championship points they had at that Masters event. Couldn't quite get onto the podium in Toronto as well. Their eyes are set not just here on the trophy right in front of them on the stage, but they're looking to hit that peak form.
Yeah, G2, they've been that top dog in Americas all year long. This is merely a stepping stone for them, but one that they are eager to take, and they have showed up here today against NRG. Like I was saying in a coaching interview, you know, listen, playing the best of 5, immediately returning the next day to play another one, it's tiring stuff. You said his players are exhausted, you've had slow starts to this, but it's going to take a lot to dig them out of this hole now. 2-round lead for now doesn't look too bad, but that's with NRG winning the pistol, the follow-up. This is purely been G2.
Yeah, absolutely. You might think that we're overreacting a little bit, but should be a defense-sided map. And also, NRG just haven't won a rifle round, as you're exactly saying. In this one, Madden's going to be able to get the op back out. They will still have rifles to work with. But Jorg can still play a fast push off the back of the dimensional drift, so G2 is still with things to work with. And this slow chip away with the map control has caused a lot of problems for NRG.
Paranoia flash, dart on top of it. It makes it feel like it's a bit of a tiles crunch as well, but there's no other follow-up. TP.
Well, yeah, that's bold from Som.
Takes up the space here. Cuts it up close again, but anticipated by Leaf.
That's so smart.
Every step of the procedure. It's like G2 know ahead of time. Madder feeling like he has to take matters into his own hands. He's taking a peek, but no dash active. Just spots out the shoulder. Barely an elbow, and it's Leaf who rips his head clean off. 2 players down immediately. On the other side of this timeout,
With
being stretched thin too.
with a set strategy that NRG pull out, Ethan has to step up to the plate.
Oh,
misses
he's
it as
just
well.
whiffing it.
Misses it as well. I mean, this round has just been a disaster for NRG. Perfectly controlled at all times from G2. But NRG have had their chances, and they've been squandered. They're just going to have to hit the reset button. GG go next on this one, and Ethan Sommermatter are not really going to be able to buy for the next round at all.
No.
At least Scuba and Brock
Spike
will be able
planted.
to try to drop them something, but I mean, this was a nightmare from beginning to end for for NRG, sorry.
No charges.
Absolutely
Going right,
flawless.
man. Nothing's going right whatsoever. You're looking at kind of dominance on display by G2 right now. One-sidedness in the grand finals. They're making it look like there's just a tier gap above and beyond the rest of the competition here.
They're one of the only teams that's been able to actually keep running this composition as well. There's plenty of people that have tried running this idea that first saw in the tier 1 stage being pulled out by Fnatic, but G2, their attack sides just look so much better than anybody else that's tried to run this.
And they have a hive mind approach.
And they're just so controlled with everything.
Yeah.
You know, this round, I don't really believe that Leaf has seen the VOD of exactly this, you know, tiles crunch into some Omen ulting in mid, but
So
the
unusual.
awareness is so nice.
This here.
What is
Dude
that?
opened it, he barely sees a thing.
How on earth has he picked out these three?
Careful.
Oh my goodness.
Well, of course, it was whiffy from Ethan there, but the first two are just remarkable from Leaf.
7 and 5. Hasn't missed a step the entire time since he's inserted himself back into this roster here. NRG are left to scrap together whatever they can, really. It's blades in a hand, I'm at it. Sharpened and shined at the ready, looking for a head to just snap clean off.
G2 playing this one very cautiously because last couple of rounds NRG have tried to increase the tempo. They're expecting that to have been the call from Bonka in the timeout. Mada wants to take a timing past that drone. Is he bold enough to go for the peak?
Come forwards, not broken in time. It's war triggered, and slowly but surely this has fallen to pieces. NRG now feeling that pressure once more. Heat turned up onto the pot. It's a boiling temperature that's being reached when you're feeling that pressure from the dimensional drift. Jorgamo, a little bit too overzealous there. Just expecting the rest of his team to help him out, but they contact call it all the way up here. His gun's taken away from them. Mada's going to be returned at least with that fire. One for one, Scuba tight.
Oh, there's no way.
Jonah P wins that.
That's absurd because now it gives them an option of going back into the B pivot. What's going on here? Giving it over to Valen.
Yeah, all for Valen immediately. You're going to see that plan going down over towards B.
Really nicely called from G2. But all of this set up because Jonah somehow got the option to pivot into B by finding Scuba in logs.
It's a round where it was looking like the best chance in a long time for NRG to do anything, but still trying to put anything together. DB up towards the top. They're being choked out of this. Thorns to replace the util. Bullets are going to be flying soon enough, and they have to give it up.
Oh, I was going to
It's
say,
tragic.
you have to go for it. You have to go for it, man.
Down so many rounds at this point.
It's a 2v3. It's a terrible situation to be in. It's very unlikely that you're going to be able to win it, but none of these rounds have looked likely that you're going to be able to win.
Gotta take them when you can.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Ethan and Som decided that discretion the better part of Valor in this round and backing things up. This was another one where Valen calls to expose the weakness over towards Grass. A clear idea, probably coming from the coaching staff, that this is a weakness in NRG's defensive setup. Mada came to try to fill the gap and went 1 for 1. But they picked off Brock, who was defending in there. And this completely opened things up. Now that kill, though, should not be happening. But that's what you get when you're playing up against a G2 that's in outrageous form here today.
Vibes are just sky high. Outrageous form.
Merci.
Certainly so, but G2 just looking like they're on another level. NRG playing just out of frame. Not aggro at all towards B main, but now you're going to see some util going on either side of things. Matters forward, feeling like he has to really lay claim to the life. Jonah P is dropped. Even the dash away, he would have gone down to the thorns there. It's, in the moment, great decision making by Mada.
Mada's still on an aggressive line. Leaf may not anticipate this.
Not at all, still Somehow spotting out this wall. G2 slowly but surely leaps around the corner. ADS don't matter. Still not done yet. Forwards again. He wants to try and lock down this angle. And NRG needed this desperately. Breathes life back into them.
A much nicer round for NRG. Deciding to go for a re-clear in B main. Just what the doctor ordered.
Flawless.
I think the question is whether it's too little too late here, because G2 have already got 6 on attack. But previously, we just saw G2 eat up the map control. Just moment by moment, crawling their way forwards. And NRG were forced to retreat. At least this time, they fight back in. They wait out that recon dart and then flash refight. And Mada gets on a deep line again that Leaf didn't anticipate. They've got to be perfect for the rest of this half, NRG, to have even a hope.
You've got to think 6-6. They can drag it back. 3 more rounds left in a half. That's where the best hopes lie. G2 still have plenty of money to work with, though. The buys are going to be constantly here in the last few rounds that are being played. A bit of presence. And
they're expecting that big refight over here, and Ethan even threw a flash to fake like it was happening. So G2, they force out Util, but take the brawl and lose it.
the smoke just fade away. Gives them those sightlines. Leaf has just grabbed 2 in the blink of an eye. TP back and forwards. That's a bit of a misplay. Jorgamo, he's gone down and out. Has spotted out a position of Scuba, but they don't want anything to do with it. G2 making moves.
The read there was that Scuba wouldn't be anchoring on a site if the rest of the players were playing that aggro, so Jorg made to look a little silly, but in a 3v3 with an open A site, G2 still with chances. Som, so much on his plate currently.
He's got to try and hold this one back. The lone holder onto the site, still have the Thorns as well to help him out.
He's got a paranoia, but he's not in a position to use it. He's just going to have to get the kills.
Smoke is so damn difficult to hold for. Already they move their way back. The Thorns already broken. One angle, has to step down and drop down, but that double face in the end. Again, perfect with the coordination. Brock evens it out. Wall's going to be triggered though, and Brock is again sent to that spectator seat. 3 kills in the round for Leaf, already picking up the position in through main.
This is a nightmare. Even if Scuba ults, Leaf's got a tour de force in his back pocket.
Headhunter bullets to spare.
Oh,
Trademark slowed to a crawl. Leaf even giving him time to just lock himself onto that angle. 4 kills. Hasn't slowed down whatsoever.
it's an absolute pleasure to watch this guy re-enter the G2 roster and instantly come back and play at a world-class level. He's 12-7, destroying. I mean, look at how he dismantles Mada and Ethan there. And he's had such a difficult year. Oh. Obviously had to miss weeks and weeks. Came back and he's looking fantastic.
It's a rare breed of player that can do that.
It's so difficult. He absorbs information so quickly from just watching tape, and he can put it into practice immediately. You've got to be incredible to turn theory into reality like that.
NRG again, gifted that round prior, just 2 ago, but struggling once more. It's high-low hell for it. Valen watching for the peak. Crouched down, Som takes the fight. He was favored for that one. He had teammate at his back. Immediately, a bit of a retreat happening from NRG. Looking to see if they can reinforce most of this. Making sure to get rid of that one. That's 4 players tagged up. Knife is good info. Don't know where they lie with the Thorns on top of it!
Paranoia missed.
Out in the open!
Paranoia missed onto Leaf. They thought they'd flash cleared, but they hadn't.
Any angles.
And now, again, that gap over here towards grass.
And then moves forwards again once more. Jonah P, though, this time dealt with Mada. Realizing the threat's coming from that direction. It's him and Som that are able to capitalize. Crunching these players before they can get going. G2 finding it hard to make the right moves in a round like this. All the right reactions from NRG, but still, you can't count them out. A mechanical ability like this, they're really just taking it by storm forwards. Leave almost anticipating, pulled out a headhunter, but it leaves it down to just Trent.
30 seconds left.
And Som has his watchful eye into the possible positions here, so NRG barely finding themselves a foothold.
When Leaf got that opener, I was worried, but NRG with a good adaptation. Some crucial differences here. Being able to shut down Jonah P, who was pressuring B. This one, really, really important. But also Som coming back to cover that gap that again is being exploited towards grass.
Nice, guys. What the fuck? Is Leaf hacking?
Yeah, he almost got that kill.
Yeah. No,
Respawn is
he is
almost
just simply one of the smartest players that we have in the whole game.
Shows game since anticipated, but NRG is still trying to hold on to whatever they can get. One more round in this half to do it. 5-7 finish would breathe life into them. Drone gets a bit of information. NRG just trying to clear up again most of the map, but this is two players grouped up. NRG, it's Ethan and Scuba. Looking for a fight to be taken. Possibly off the wall. Anti-flash for Scuba. Doesn't want to reveal much from this spot. Wall's going to be baited.
Revealing area.
Going back and forth, back and forth. It's going to be landing into that B-split once more to clone forward. Ethan not baited. He needs to see if he can land these shots right now because it all lands on him. The shots going wide as well, spraying them all the way down with that volley at their feet, making it really uncomfortable. Scuba having to play off that space. Amada capitalizing from the side. Leaf was going to do a lot from that spot. Tour de Force offered up. The 5 rounds are earned up. Hard going for NRG, but maybe, just maybe, it can be enough.
Perfect baiting there for Scuba in the final round. And like you said, NRG did everything they possibly could to try to pull that one back, winning 3 out of the final 4 rounds. But that's a devastating attack half put together by G2. Once again showcasing that they are certainly the best in the world with this comp, and one of the best teams that we've got on Ascent. Valen's calling the coach prep. It all worked out, and now it's theirs to close and their trophy to win on the defense side.
Take the risk, big time, big play, gotta hit the rewind. Who you got? Pick a side. Rockstar lifestyle certified. Wins. All I know, we gon' head to head, go toe to toe. Let's see who wins. All I know, you looking at the goal for real. Wins. So many wins, I can't count them. Back in the day, they know but doubt it. Tried but couldn't keep the kid down. Now it's a big
Quick reminder of what it's all about. Now listen, this in front of your screen is no Eiffel Tower, but it does matter quite a bit. But it's a stepping stone before we get to what really matters here, which is going to be Champs Paris. And you have a chance, really, to book your ticket. You can see on either sides in either arena. Group stages, I believe, on the left. Playoffs on the right.
Imagine how beautiful it would be to be sat there at a Parisian cafe right before watching both of these teams.
Je mange un pantalon orange.
Yeah, tearing through the EMEA teams on home turf. Imagine that.
Yeah, I'm going to terrorize Paris with my French. That's what I'm going to do, Josh.
Well, scan the QR codes and you can take a look because those tickets for Champions Paris are available now. And you can watch both of these teams representing Americas. One team that you absolutely expected to be there, G2. And one team, perhaps, you may not have done. NRG still in this fight, but with so much difficulty here. 2-0 down in terms of maps. And they're going to have to put together a phenomenal attack side on such a tough map to attack on.
Definitely are. I feel comedic coming back from this one, but this is anything but. It's serious business. NRG, full focus, locked in. 5 players grouped up over towards the B side. Up and over with that flash, slightly mistimed. As blind as anything is Mata, still towards that back of the side. He does deliver it. It's a death blow straight to Trent. Anchoring though, immediately available. Jorgamo's there. Jonah P inside the smoke. Could be absolutely everything. Seeing it with the right clicks in hand. See if they can make it work. Frenzy doesn't really ring out. Not in the hands of Jorgamo towards the back. So the site is given up and granted. 2 shots to the chest. And Brock is that difference maker.
They're going to need to activate if they want to pull this one off, but that double pistol is a marvelous tool. That should make things a little more even. Overwhelmed the site, overwhelmed the anchors, playing inside of these smokes and swinging out through. And Brogue to close. Covering Leaf and with a headshot to finish onto Valen. Two players that have
Every
been
round, guys.
fantastic for
Round-
G2 today.
Round by round, guys. Round by round. Let's go.
And Scuba trying to keep those vibes up. They know it's possible. They've just overcome the first hurdle. Abundance of Utah being sent the way. Back and forth really as well, so bit of a stalemate, but NRG, make no mistake.
Although the real danger player in this round is Leaf, and they forced him off the line with Ethan 0 point. So that's a win in the column there. Immediately though, Jonah P is backfilling this space in B main, so now this is brutal because Jonah's got the info, calling for the rotate, they've got a stack on the A site. And this is exactly the problem that NRG have been running into in some of these rounds. They're not hanging around for long enough to stop the reclears.
Two are going to be in the right place at the right time.
And this would be devastating. I mean, this would be curtains, wraps.
Leaf is that danger player. Headhunter bullets. Looking to pop some heads as they come through that choke point, all grouped up. See what he can do from this spot. Util held, they hear that one. That's going to be a smoke propped up in through it. Already signs of life, just spotted out from Valen, but now making their way through. It's broke for Scuba. Had to be sharp on that one with Leaf gone. The damage that could have been done, taken out of the round. Supplementary spam. Bit of guesswork, seeing if you can land onto the bodies of G2 in through that smoke, but all navigated nicely. Jonah P drifting in from the side. He's going to be falling as well. This is it. An attempt from G2 to really see if they can overwhelm. In the middle of that plant going down, one player being occupied, but it doesn't work out in their favor. NRG hoping to keep 4 alive here. Bring it level 7-7.
Fairly cleanly done, considering the defensive stack was in position. But G2 didn't actually get onto the site. Most of their players stuck behind a smoke and a fragment grenade over towards tree. So not there to help Leaf, who also couldn't quite land those headhunter shots. But Leaf is keeping track of the economy, and he realizes that an outlaw purchase here could shred NRG.
Yeah.
Because there are 2 players on regen, 3 now, and 1 on light armor. NRG need this.
Really
this
do.
bonus round, I think they've got to get it under their belt.
It's everything. Early shock dart, sidestep, no signs of life, no sound cues made. NRG hiding the intent until now. They want to burst out of this one once more with that blinds. Doubled up and combining the might to the flashes. Forwards though inside that smoke. Jonah P almost getting a second for his trouble. Trent, long range with that util, playing towards the back of the site, looking to anchor it down. Drop down, highlights, lighting them up, and that double up. Ethan is able to lay claim to Trent's life anyway.
Good movement.
3. Some forwards, hard cleared. Whittled down to just 2. NRG have trying their best now to try and hold this one back. Hard anchor positions. Ethan weak as anything. Swift breeze will be bringing him down. Brook forwards, being smoked off as well. Ethan claims a life. Jorgamo dropped. 2v2 now. Almost with that pre-fire, drifting in and out with a bullet. Ethan is working magic. When it rings around him and right up with the dart. Will seal it all up. Critical must-win round for NRG.
And they come away with it. Ethan probably shouldn't have survived that first engagement. He was hopping around, got lit up by his own, by the other team's recon dart. Here, I think it was a drone actually, but either way, Trent should have had that kill. He was fighting him through the dice boxes. And Ethan manages to get another 2 off the back of it.
Last player standing.
Incredible round from him in an unlikely situation. Scuba's round by round call will be feeling much more reasonable now.
Heavy blow towards it for G2, nothing really to work with.
Ethan off the back of the triple kill. Also, null command in the back pocket, which is an incredible tool against the double senti.
For that one. Many dangers though, to see if you can weave and navigate in and out. That's just pure instinct that Leaf is operating off. Knows the smoke's coming up, takes the pot shot.
Might have another chance here.
He could do, but I'm not sure how many more bullets he's got. 2 left. In the back pocket, pushed back and away. He's being used as well, but the gut straight through mid is Madder. It's all closed in your face. Feels a bit awkward, perhaps. Never want to count a team like G2 out. NRG are trying to take this one with a controlled approach.
If you smoke bottom mid, Valen's going to be in it instantly.
Flash forwards. Not really much to work with here, but he could catch a time in from behind. Just making sure to clear this one out, and already he hears it with the Thorns. They're being delayed. Footsteps forwards. Valen's taking that timing, potentially more. inside the smoke for now. Waiting for a potential user to be made, and he's going to pounce onto the chance. Damage done. Almost connecting. It's snappy from NRG. They're able to just immediately elastic finish all the way back and finding their way though, but G2 still getting it done. Still finding their mark. Trent is a menace to society.
NRG couldn't find their opportunities to scale into sight there. Valen backfilled all of that space, nobody watching for it. And then Trent kind of did the same through spawn.
Yeah.
He just slipped in and inside, weaving through the smokes here. I mean, great shots hit as well, but Jorg slowing everybody down and allowing people to slip in through the back.
Let's go! Let's go!
Straight back in. Even on their weaker eye, 8-8 by G2.
That's brutal for NRG.
Never going to be easy for them.
At least they didn't use ults and lose the round, so they've still got some available here.
Before you can see the positioning of Jonah P. He's waiting in spawn to try and play out of range. With the no command that might be coming through. Leaf is all the way up mid.
He's so fast.
Pushed all the way up. He's past it.
He's got a big read, but he might not think about Scuba.
He's heard the footsteps. Scuba might just be a casualty. It's a fight taken. Leaf just opts into it. Removes him immediately, and now that pressure applied on either side. You've got to start worrying about all of this one. Silent jump up, the hop up, Brock trying to anticipate, snaps up towards that high ground. Paranoia drifting forwards. It's NRG trying to fight for every single breath. Leaf is back out of there. Rejoining the pack and the rest of the team is a flash and rapid engagement. Forwards again is the fight to be taken, but no clearance into that corner. Som is just lying in wait, jumping on it. Leaf though still active and running a mockery over all of this. The timing taken, dodging, weaving, and he's found himself a chance in that 1v1. Knows the positioning, knows where Brock is, and he's trying to pull him out into the open. ADS up, damage done, shot darts avoided. Narrowly as anything, it's on a knife's edge. Leaf just trying to bait these shots out wide, but he's not being given anything at all. Anything at all. The bullets down to just one. Head under bullet. It's the last one in the pocket, and Brock plays it perfectly.
A shoulder peeking out on repeat. And Leaf, despite his best efforts, played with. A cat with a mouse towards the end. Brock 18-8. He's really woken up. He has properly activated like he was yesterday. Having a phenomenal game. And they might actually be able to do this. NRG are giving me belief that it's possible.
Yes, Brock! Let's go.
Smiles on their faces. As you said, the belief starting to ring true here. Good knife.
Staying on the angle.
Yeah, still trying to get that information here. Now Jorgamo, high committed into the corner, will be forced back with the gate crash.
Two forwards aggressive players. The Yoru and the Chamber, you've got to be worried about them on every angle.
Leaf has his TP, he's just going to stand his ground. Are you kidding me? You're lit up as anything here, even potentially getting that tag, but he does drift back anyway, more passive in terms of the position. NRG trying to take this one a bit faster. Hunter's Fury, this is meant to try and at least stunt this push. NRG taking chip damage in the process. Quick pivot now down into the bottom section of mid, but they're calling it quits. What does that matter? Updraft to escape the Hunter's Fury. He was on a high ground angle, thought he could take that fight against Trent.
That's a crazy fight. You never see that. But Mata also didn't have dash, so they couldn't rely on him to try to break into the site anyway. His death, obviously, not great. But NRG are going to have to take this one slowly.
Falling into backup plans.
Well, weird backup plans. The spike's going towards B main, but there's pressure over towards Cat. They've got to pressure Cat, they've got to break this trip, they've got to push Trent back and B split, all in 30 seconds.
He's going to be taking a lot of damage. 30 seconds is right, and Trent just takes that timing. He's on 1 HP. Liberties, risks in order, and he hears that fire to be taken. Som returns him in, but there it is, off to the side. Valen perfectly peeking off the contact, the Jorg.
And they've shut it down. There's 15 seconds left. Som with an ultimate. I guess Jonah P, actually, still really important in this round, anchoring.
Stop this one, yeah, it's going to be picked up. Just doing his best to see if he can deny the chance of this one, but Som, too little to play for in terms of the outs that he had available. 9-9, G2 not messing around.
They've knocked the NRG economy. A disaster scenario. What a strange fight that was. But the defensive ultimate, really strong to put pressure onto NRG. And whereas it looked so doable with Brock winning the clutch in the previous round, losing that has cast NRG into chaos. It's 9-9. It kind of feels like anybody's game, but the map leans defense-sided. The economy leans G2-sided. The ults lean G2-sided. Like, all of the intangibles here tell you that it is going to be an uphill battle for NRG to get back into the game. And yet, they've been tenacious this half.
Not willing to succumb just yet, and it's all to play for. That trophy right there. And the sight lines of both of these teams taking center stage. It would be a wonderful cap to put at the end of your year regionally for NRG. Full of unexpected results, really. They've gone from strength to strength throughout. Completely unexpected that they'd be in this spot near the beginning of playoffs. No one was really anticipating it at all. But they believed in themselves, and they've got this far. It's just about getting that extra bit of effort to potentially overcome this.
And I think Bonkar's done a great job with the team. He gets another opportunity to talk to them here and adjust the game plan, maybe even give them a set-specific strategy that they can try to use to get this eco across the line. Normally, you'd be thinking about adjustments to come for the rifle rounds, and I'm sure he'll give those as well, but here and now, Scuba seems to be the action player. Oh, they're going fast.
This is rapid, man. They want to send it flying forwards anyway. Updraft and a dash. Gonna be missing this one into the Jenny angle. Jonah P straight there. There's Thorns. Gonna be cutting this all the way out here. Deep smoke again, but anticipated with the random spam again. The bullets are ringing and raining out true. Jonah P! You can't do it to a man, not like this.
Nearly got the ace with the knife towards the end as well, which would have been an absurd clip. But he just shuts him down. Great pick off on Mada instantly, who slightly messed up his entry path in, but you can still get a good job done from where he landed at Jenny. Almost had the jump on Jonah, but the Thorns are the biggest issue. Anytime you're going to try to go fast like that, this double senti comp is going to eat you up.
Yo, what did Balance say last time? Keep running it down. You can't call for
Yo!
My goodness.
Placing wall trap. Wall trip.
Instant trip on the wall here over towards B main, putting pressure on Scuba, who has that ult.
G2 are feeling themselves now.
Yeah, I mean, that is a strat that a lot of teams have been attempting to run against NRG. Just focus really heavy on stopping them from going on those aggressive side pops and put the pressure back on Ethan's calling, which has been hit or miss this year, but definitely hitting more the deeper we've got through playoffs.
Launching thorns. Retrieving.
Like NRG haven't earned their spot here. Looking to send it flying forwards now into mid. A lot to deal with though. Double Sentinel com, going to be diligent, making sure to clear most of the way, but threats lurking on every single corner.
Oh, right here.
Still with options. A 1-3-1 default for NRG. Done a good job of putting pressure down mid. But G2 haven't really been going for too much kind of like re-clearing. They're very happy to just sit on sites with their double Sentinel composition. Here's Leaf on an aggro angle.
Really wants to disrespect most of that. Yuto coming forward. Sees the presence of the bodies. 30 seconds roughly left.
Steel Garden.
NRG are going to try and make a go for this one, but it's a Steel Garden to meet them. In through the back. Not going to do much about Leaf's util, but a paranoia sweeps anyway. It's G2 trying to put a stop to this. Buying time for the rest of the team to get back in. Jorg is right there, waiting for that dart timing. And just snaps to it. It's magnetic. Looking magic in the moment here. NRG finding it, struggling to really get themselves going. In through the back of the side, they haven't cleared out any part of it. Dimensional Drift as well points out everyone. And G2 up to 11.
Even with the ultimate, NRG can't get across the line. The G2 defense stacking those three players in. Good ultimate from Valen, great anticipation. Leaf giving them that info early because of the B main pressure. And look how ready Jorg is to follow up on his defenders. Util from backside. They snarl them up and put the pressure on them as they're trying to capitalize on the Steel Garden, and then it's over it. And at this point, NRG, they need a miracle. G2 are within touching distance. They're fingertips away from being able to pick up the 3rd trophy in Americas this year.
Unheard of. It's history being carved out in front of us. Level of dominance that you are rarely going to see in any sport whatsoever. NRG need those miracles, and they need it now. Sending it overhead again, flying forwards. It's a bucky in the hands of Mada. Seen this one before, but flip the expectations in terms of the team. We're seeing out through heaven again. That util's going to be broken out. The smokes on smokes. Jonah P willing to hold this one down. He understands the nature of NRG, looking to play this one aggressively. Ingrain themselves in through and out, but oh my goodness, wait a second, Steel Garden offloaded in a bit of a panic. G2 putting their way back in and through, and the flash is good. to at least stun them and stall them out, but the Thorns again even better. G2 making their way steadily, slowly, closing that net. Jorgamo on the defuse, full stick of safety and confidence. And now one more step is all they have to take.
Up to the Americas championship point here. 3 opportunities to close things out.
Match point.
They had 3 tournament points at Masters Bangkok as well, and that one slipped away from them. This year, though, in Americas, they've never let anything slip. They've been the team to beat all year long. And this is their 5th consecutive finals appearance as well.
He was about to 200 me right there.
Ever since they ascended from Tier 2, and they spent that extra year just to make sure that these trophies would be more attainable for them, that the core of this team would not be cast aside and split between different rosters.
Last hurrah for NRG to try and stay into this one. Leaf push back and away, flash into the face of Jonah. Should be susceptible, lit up as well by the dart. Saved though by the utils. The smoke dropped down and NRG not willing to overstep themselves here. Som steps up to that plate and the challenge is there for the taking. Bullets raining and rattling back and forth. G2 are the ones that are being made to bleed. Jonah P taking risks of his own. He understands the nature of it, and kills are being found and killed anyway. Collected up.
NRG are all over the place.
Disjointed, disconnected, but still Brock looking to see if he can stem that bleeding. Stop it before it really gets going.
They're all over the map. They had a lurk on mid, a lurk in B, the plant down A. And they've cleaned G2 up. And that round was way better from NRG. They were in control from beginning to end, and partly because they were able to pick up Leaf instantly. This is a big punish. Normally Leaf getting out of there way before he's getting hit by a 0 point.
1 enemy.
3 opportunities down to 2 for G2. Ethan with a KO ultimate. G2 trying to set up to avoid that.
Yeah, players towards mid, but
let's get this done.
Loitering around market ever so slightly. Jonah P is going to be caught into the action here. Might run over towards that top, just sidestepped ever so slightly. Matters forward again. Trademark gone. Flash into your face, blind as anything. Posturing over towards B main, seeing if they can cause chaos, a bit of a rotation. Meanwhile, Som has inserted himself towards A. Hearing the rumble of the footsteps, Leaf wants to potentially take it to them, but that Null Commander's going to make think twice about this one. Can't really step forward, so there's no chance of a TP. The Thorn slowing it down again. It's NRG being dragged out here. Finer details of the round is what matters, the micro moments and maybe the shots that can land and fire, but still G2 hold on strong towards the back of it. Domestic trophies is what they're looking for to try and put that cap and cornerstone on their year, and they might be on the brink of it. Brock and Som have got to do it all. It's on their shoulders that they stay alive here, and G2 are happy to let them stew, wait.
They know that Som has the Omen ultimate available, so Leaf, he can't just keep his attention fully onto the spike. Som TP's in though.
Picks it up, reclaims it. Switch is going to be flipped.
30 seconds left.
Door's going to be closing, and Leaf's looking for that timing, but still it's just down to Som now. G2, they can feel it. The energy's there, they let the plan go down because they can take this one together. Lit up by the wall, G2, domination domestically, and they have got their 3-peat.
In a 3-0 fashion, they put away the new challengers on the block. The winners of kickoff, the winners of stage 1, and now the winners of America's total for 2025. This is a world-class team heading to champions with their eyes on another global trophy.
Something that's eluded them for quite some time. They've been able to be that top dog here and now, as is proven. Always a test, always a challenge for them. They step up to it, they clear those hurdles. Now they set their sights even further forwards.
Valen was talking about it. He said that they expect it at this point. That's the years of them sticking together, the years of them getting better and better and better, working on themselves, on the team. This no longer becomes an unexpected moment, but another trophy to add to the collection.
Absolutely. All grouped up now for it here. This is a G2 that is not stopping And they want to go just that extra mile, that little bit further here for Paris. Take a bow. You put on a show. As mentioned prior, they've got it. Hey up, baby, mate. Slow down a moment. So there it is. G2, your Stage 2 Americas champions.
Leaf and Baby May passing it between them. It's been a pleasure. Watching this team have so much success, even with Leaf out. But it's special to see him back here on the roster. All smiles, energy looking good. He's had such a difficult year, but he's been so incredible. And this is another one, the three-peat. And a moment to celebrate every piece of hard work.
That's it.
That has made this year so excellent for this squad.
Consistency is so hard to reach, but part of it comes off the back of this guy here, Valin. The whole squad, really. It's a team effort. It takes a village. It's a squad that is looking for even greater heights, but they've rounded out that cabinet here. This year has been purely spectacular. So damn hard to have consistency in Valorant, but listen, they've got it done. We're going to send it down to the floor for the Verizon.